Hello students, we are back with our new video, Coordinate Geometry for class 9. What is coordinate geometry? Coordinate geometry is basically the position of the geometric shapes in form of coordinate system. Okay, that is, we will find out the position of any geometrical figure according to the coordinate system. Okay, now let's see, in a two-dimensional figure, okay, to know the position of any object, we have to know the exact location. The exact location means we have to, suppose in a two-dimensional figure, we have already discussed about 2D figure, okay, two-dimensional figure. That means the length and the breadth, these are the two dimension. Okay, to know the exact location or the exact position of an object, we have to know these two dimension, that is the length and the breadth. Okay, and to know these two dimension, we have to find out the exact location. To locate the exact location, we have to know the number line. We have already studied number line in your earlier classes. Number line, we know that this is a line. Okay, the center is known as the 0, and the right hand sides are the positive side, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the left hand side the negative, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. Okay, so this is the number line. In case of the coordinate system of a two-dimensional figure, we have to take two number line, two separate number lines, same, just two separate number line. Okay, that is same 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, so what will we do with these two number line, two separate number line? Just see, we will consider one number line as the x-axis or the horizontal plane. The horizontal plane, this is the x-axis, okay, and this is the y-axis, that is the vertical line. So these two number lines are the x-axis and y-axis. So how we will draw this one? These two number lines will intersect each other perpendicularly. Perpendicularly means, now these two number lines intersect each other at 90 degree or perpendicularly. Okay, now if we use a graph paper or any paper, we can draw this number line in a graph paper. Basically we will use graph paper to solve this coordinate geometry part. Okay, now according to the graph paper, we will draw, this one is the y-axis and this one is the x-axis. Okay, this one is the x-axis and this one is the y-axis. The horizontal line is known as the x-axis, while the vertical line is known as the y-axis. Now, and the point where the x-axis and the y-axis intersect each other is known as the origin or the 0 point. Okay, so the number line, this is the positive side, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ... so on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Now if we extend this line, that is this x-axis like this and the y-axis like this, okay, so this is the positive side of the y-axis and this will be the negative side of the y-axis. This is the positive side of the x-axis and this will be the negative side of the x-axis. Okay, now this is the positive part, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, and this side we will write as -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. Likewise this one will be -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. So this is the origin, that means where the y-axis and x-axis intersect each other. This point or the 0 point is known as the origin of the Cartesian system. Origin. There is a special name for x-axis and y-axis. the spatial name given to x-axis is the abscissa, while the spatial name for the y-axis is the ordinate. Okay, so this is the abscissa and this will be the ordinate. This is the ordinate, and this x-axis is known as the abscissa. Okay, so these are the spatial name given to the x-axis and the y-axis. Now, why these are known as the quadrants? Each one are known as the quadrants. Y quadrants. The plane or this is the two-dimensional paper or the plane. The board is a plane or the two-dimensional plane. Here it is divided into 4 equal halves. 4 equal means 4 quarters. From quarters, the name is given, that's the quadrant. From the quarters, the name is given the quadrant. This one is known as the first quadrant. This one is known as the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Okay. Now, while writing the position or while finding the position of any object or any geometrical figure, first of all we have to know 2 points, the x coordinate and the y coordinate. First we write the x coordinate, then we write the y coordinate. That is, we have to know the x and the y coordinate. Okay. Now, suppose this one, the first we will write the sign of the coordinate. The sign of the quadrant will be, see, for the first quadrant, the x-axis is positive. The direction of x-axis is positive, while the direction of y-axis is also positive. So, we mention here plus quadrant. The first quadrant is known as the plus quadrant. What does this mean? This means the position of any object or position of any geometrical figure in the first quadrant, the x-axis, the coordinate of the x-axis and the coordinate of the y-axis both are positive. See, this is the first quadrant. The first quadrant means the position or the coordinate of the x-axis is positive, while the y-axis is also positive. This is the first quadrant. Now, we are moving towards our second quadrant. First of all, we have to write the sign of the x-axis, then we will have to write the sign of the y-axis. Now, while writing the second quadrant, just see the direction of x-axis, this is x dashed means negative, the negative side of x-axis. Therefore, the sign of x coordinate will be negative. Now, the y-axis, just see the direction of y, this is y, that means the positive. The upper direction is positive. Therefore, the sign of y-axis will be positive. So, this is known as the negative, positive or minus plus quadrant. Now, we are moving towards the third quadrant. Now, see again the same method we will apply. The direction of x-axis, is in the negative direction. Okay. So, the sign of x-axis will be minus. Now, the direction of y-axis, just see this is y prime or y dash. We have already discussed that y prime or x prime denotes the negative side or the negative direction of x-axis and y-axis. Therefore, according to the third quadrant, the direction of y-axis is also negative. So, the third quadrant is considered to be negative or minus quadrant. We are moving towards our third quadrant. Third quadrant means, just see the direction of x-axis, just see this is x prime. X prime means the negative direction of x-axis, and y prime, here it is the y prime. Okay, y prime means the negative direction of the y-axis. Now, at first we have to write the sign of the x-axis, then we have to write the sign of the y-axis, that is minus comma minus. So, third quadrant is known as the minus or negative quadrant. Now, this is our fourth quadrant. Now, see, this is the x-axis. X-axis means the direction of x-axis is positive, while the direction of y-axis is negative. So, the fourth quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. The fourth quadrant is considered to be, now first see, the sign of x-axis will be plus, that is plus, and the sign of the y-axis is minus, that is minus. So, this is plus minus quadrant. So, now I am again repeating, the first quadrant is known as the plus or the positive quadrant. The second quadrant is known as the negative positive quadrant. The third, both are negative, so it is the negative negative quadrant, and the fourth is the plus minus quadrant. So this is our quadrant. Okay, now we will show some examples to find the position of an object or a geometric figure or anything. Then we will show some plotting. Now just see, here are 4 points. Okay, so we will find out the quadrant in which these points lies. First of all, 4 comma 3. Okay, 4 comma 3 means this is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate. The x coordinate is positive, the y coordinate is also positive. We know that the plus plus quadrant, this is plus plus quadrant. Which one is plus plus quadrant? We have seen that plus plus quadrant is the first quadrant. So 4 comma 3 lies in this quadrant, that is the first quadrant. Then minus 3 comma minus 5, that is the x coordinate is negative, the y quadrant is the x coordinate is negative and the y coordinate is also negative, that is negative negative quadrant, that is minus minus quadrant. Minus minus quadrant means the third quadrant. So the point minus 3 minus 5 lies in this quadrant, that is the third quadrant. Now the third one, that is 5 comma minus 6. 5 comma minus 6 means the x quadrant, the x coordinate is plus and the y coordinate is minus, that is it is the plus minus quadrant. Plus minus quadrant means the fourth one. See, x axis is plus, y axis is minus, therefore 5 comma minus 6 lie in the fourth quadrant. 5 comma minus 6. Okay, now minus 5 comma minus 6, I am changing this one, minus 5 comma 6. Minus 5 comma 6 means the x coordinate is negative and the y coordinate is positive. This is the minus plus. Okay, so minus plus, that is the x coordinate is negative coordinate while as the y coordinate is positive, therefore this lies in the second quadrant. So minus 5 comma 6 lie in the second quadrant. So this is how we can easily position or locate the quadrant. Just we can locate the quadrant by seeing the sign of the coordinates. Now if it is asked that find the position, the exact position or the exact location of these points, we have just find out the quadrant, in which quadrant these points lies. Now the exact location means where the x-axis and y-axis meet, not the origin, but where the x coordinate and y coordinate of each point meets. Just see 4 comma 3. Okay, to locate the exact position of 4 comma 3, just see, this is the first quadrant. Okay, 4 means the x coordinate is 4, 1 2 3 4. So this is the position of the object or the point, okay, in the x coordinate. Now y coordinate is 3, this is 1 2 3, this is the y coordinate. Now the x coordinate and y coordinate will meet each other. Just see, x coordinate and the y coordinate. So this is a bush. I am just giving the name. This is A, B, C, D. Okay. So this is 4 comma 3. This point is 4 comma 3 and this is the A point. Okay. Now minus 3 comma minus 5. Minus 3 comma minus 5 means the third quadrant. See, minus 3, that is the x coordinate is minus 3. Minus 3 means minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. So this is the x coordinate and the y coordinate is minus 5, that is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. This one. Now just join the 2 points. this is the point that is -3 -5. This is the B point, or -3 comma -5. So this is the exact location of point B. Now C point, that is 5 comma -6, that is plus minus quadrant means the fourth one. 5 means, see, in x coordinate 5 means 1 2 3 4 5. So this is our x coordinate, and -6, that is -1 -2 -3 -4 -5 -6. This is our y coordinate. Now just again join the 2 points, and the point where the x axis and y axis will intersect each other. See, this is the point where x axis, that is 5, and y axis -6. See, that is point C, 5 comma -6. Okay, so this is the exact location of point C. Now point D, that is -5 comma 6. -5 comma 6 means this will be in the second quadrant, negative positive quadrant, negative positive. -6 in the x axis, -5 in the x axis. This is the point or the coordinate. And 6 means this point, y axis this point. Just join the points. So this is our point D, that is -5 comma 6, -5 comma 6. First we have taken the x coordinate -5 and the y coordinate, that is 6. So this is how we find or the point or locate the point in a two-dimensional plane or the quadrant system. Okay. Now we will find the location of some more points. I'm showing some more examples to solve this. Now see, we are given 4 points. Okay, A, B, C and D. These are the 4 points. Now we have to write the coordinate of each point. Just we have to locate this point, the coordinate, exact location from this point A. First of all, I have to take the x axis. Okay. So this is our point. We will drop a perpendicular from this point to the x axis. Just see, this is 4. Okay, so x axis, if we drop the perpendicular on our x axis, we are getting 4, the point 4. Therefore the x coordinate of the point A is 4. I'm just writing 4. Now the y coordinate, we will drop a perpendicular from the point A towards our y axis. Now see, if we draw the perpendicular from A towards, just see, this is 4. Okay, that is 4 comma 4. So just see, from the point A we are dropping a perpendicular, it's meeting at the point 4 of x axis, and if we drop a perpendicular from the point to the y axis, it is meeting the y axis at the point 4. Therefore the quadrant is first quadrant and the coordinate of the point A is 4 comma 4. Okay, now to find the position of B, just see B, again we will do the same. We will drop a perpendicular to the x axis. First of all, we are dropping a perpendicular to the x axis. Okay, see, it is meeting the x axis at the point 6. Okay, 6. Okay, now we are dropping a perpendicular from the point B to our y axis. see the point B. If we drop the perpendicular, the y-axis, it is meeting at the point -6. Therefore, the x coordinate of B point is 6, and the and the y coordinate of the point B is -6. Therefore, the coordinate of the point B is 6, -6. That means first the point of x-axis, then the point of y-axis. Now, we will have to find the position of C and D. Okay, so I want to see this in our chat box. Just find the answer or find the location of the point C and D. This is all about the coordinate system. Okay, thank you, students.